Example 4 reads that Maddie flew a weather service plane 1,800 kilometers east with a tailwind and then back to the west again, back to the west against the same wind. The eastbound flight took 2 hours and the westbound flight took 3 hours and 20 minutes. Find the speed of the wind and the airspeed of the plane. All right, so let's talk about what that means. The airspeed of the plane is like the speed that's on the speedometer. So if there was no breeze or wind at all, that is how fast the plane would be flying relative to the ground. The ground speed is actually made up of the airspeed plus however fast the wind is going. That speeds it up. So if he's flying with the wind, or with a tailwind is another way of saying that, with the wind, then you can break his kilometers per hour up into two parts: x, which is the airspeed, plus w, which is the wind speed. And then against the wind would be then x, the airspeed, and then minus the wind speed, because this is the wind, if you're going against, it's going to slow you down. All right, so I've already got my chart filled out here: kilometers per hour times hours, kilometers. So with the wind, he's going x plus w, and against the wind, she's going x minus w. It said that that going east with a tailwind, which is with the wind, it took her 2 hours. So I'm going to put a 2 in for the hours, 2 hours, and then 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm going to rewrite that as 3 and then 20/60ths, which is 1/3. And then for kilometers, I'm going to multiply across and get that I have 2 times x plus w, and 3 and 1/3, which would be what, 10/3? 10/3 times x minus w. All right, and she flew 1,800 kilometers both times. So the 1,800 is not going to be a total, but it's how far each one of these spots actually is 1,800. So I can say then that I'm going to distribute it. 2x plus 2w is 1,800. As well as the second one, again, I'm going to distribute 10/3 times x minus 10/3 times w is also 1,800. These really aren't bad to solve by hand, but we have a calculator. So we're going to then make a matrix. So 2, 2, 1,800, and then 10/3, 10/3, 1,800. And we're going to put it in our calculators and see what the answer comes out to be. So if you did it with this matrix, you found out you got a weird answer. But what I'm missing is that minus, the minus right there. So you've got to be careful that you get the signs in as well. So it says that the x, which is the speedometer speed, the airspeed is 720 kilometers per hour, and the wind speed is 180 kilometers per hour. Now, there's one right here, which is upstream and downstream, which you handle the same way. Try setting this up. You don't need to take the time to solve it, but I would like you to see the two equations that you wrote for this, so we can talk about it next class.